6-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Second down at 4. Again, it's Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Lance to throw it. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
This is Mostert. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Lance. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Lance. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Oh, Gold missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left, off the mark.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On 1st down, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Brady going to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Brady. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all State wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Here's Mostert, toss left side. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Joe Tryon there to make the tackle. Third quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now. Looking to throw. Lance. That's going to be caught. It's Chenot. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
45. Mike, 45.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
A third quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 26.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. 3 bucks.
Back to throw. Lance. Samuel bringing in the slant. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. The kick by Gold is good. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Brady. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Brady. This is caught by Evans. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle to Evans. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
We got this. Wait, 20. Coming after you. I'm coming after
throwing on first down is Brady.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Brady now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Evans has it left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
We know it all too well. You give Tom Brady time on the clock in the fourth quarter, you're playing with fire. We just saw it.
Yeah, and when you talk about playing with fire, it's really more like a raging inferno when it's Tom Brady, isn't it? And you almost expect it. Actually, you know he's going to come downfield and score against you. But here's the thing. Can you match Tom Brady now? Because there's still time on the clock for a chance to come back at it.
Yeah, maybe that long touchdown, they would have preferred something a little more methodical, because you're right, there's still quite a bit of time.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Defense wins championships, baby.
Brady will look to throw for it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On second down, Mostert. 62 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a play fake. Lance. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Lance. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Lance.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. And the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. And the Buccaneers have it. So a special teams mistake on a long punt return.
And think about the momentum that leaks out after that play, right? It's built up, terrific return, everyone's excited, but that flag on the ground can bring it way, way back.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Back to throw. The guy's man complete. And they'll get shy of midfield. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. He's back to throw.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
They'll go again to Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
Ayuk to return it.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Lance.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration, but now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs have just about wrapped up the victory. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them